everyone, and welcome to our Feel Good workout streaming live on my YouTube channel at Feel Good with Lavina. Please make sure you hit that free subscribe button to access 4 years or so of content. I will be uploading lots of new content all the time, exercise snacks for when you're short on time, and we have this low impact feel good workout which you can do with your loved ones, or we're also part of a feel good community. I have lots of lovely people on Zoom joining me every Friday, and with my mother-in-law who is just entering. So if you'd like to join us on Zoom, just go to my website feelgoodwithlavina.com and you can sign up to my free newsletter, which will also give you lots of information about things that are going on in my world, free workouts and lots of feel good tips. So we're going to start today. Pranam Mummy, welcome. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Yes, very, very good. We're going to start. So drop a comment on YouTube if you're doing this live, or please, whenever you're replaying, these workouts are for all ages, all abilities. We're going to start seated. This is how I start all my workouts, with a bit of a breathing technique. So everyone's generally high-paced, fast lives. We're going to just try and calm the breath to really get ready for our lovely session. You can hear I get very excited when I'm streaming live, and it's that fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system. We want to now de-stress. So we're just going to maybe close your eyes, place your hands on your lap, and all I want you to do today, different technique every session, we're going to do a sort of body scan from the top to the bottom of our bodies, and I want you to tune into your breath. Just try and take nice, deep, positive inhales through the nose and exhale, ideally through the nose, because nasal breathing has brilliant scientific benefits as well, or you can breathe out through your mouth if you really want to get that release as well. So whatever feels good for you, tune into your breath, breathing in, breathing out, nice and slow, trying to make the exhale, the breath out, a little bit longer than the inhale. That's going to really help kick in this parasympathetic nervous system to relax, rest, to digest, alleviate any stress, any anxiety. And we're going to try and take those lovely deep breaths. I want you to just focus on your head, your forehead. Just get rid of any of the tension when we're frowning or squeezing off lines in our foreheads. I want you to relax them all away. I want you to relax the eyes, relax your cheeks, bring a lovely smile to your face. You're here, you're investing in your health. Then we're moving down, we're just relaxing the shoulders away from our ears, continuing this deep breathing, relaxing all the body, maybe letting go of your arms. If you want, you can give them a little shake out, bringing the blood all the way down to your fingertips, or place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and continue to take these lovely long deep breaths. Then focusing on your chest area, can you really expand that breath? Breathing in, can you feel it rise? Maybe with a hand on your chest, one on your belly. That kind of helps to make sure we're breathing really nice and deep. Then focusing on your belly breath. So as you breathe in, expanding the belly. And exhale, releasing any tension away. The belly goes in. And then taking it down to our hips, to our glute muscles. If we're sitting for long periods, they get tight. Just try and ease off, breathe into that area. And then just focusing on your legs. Try and keep them nice and relaxed, focusing on your thighs, sending positive breaths to your lower legs, your limbs like your calves, your knees, sending positive breaths, maybe areas that you have any pain or tension. Let's send lovely positive vibes through our breath to those areas, to your ankles, to your amazing feet. Maybe just wiggle out the toes, Relax the feet on the ground. They carry us, they take us everywhere. Giving them a moment of love. And then on the next breath, I want you to just place your hands over your closed eyes. Breathe in here, bring a lovely smile to your face, and when you're ready, you're going to slowly open your eyes just with your hands in front of you, letting a bit of light in. Check in here, how do you feel? I want you to maybe write a word, if you can, on YouTube of how you feel right now, and then when you're ready, release the hands away. How does it feel, guys? How do you feel, Mummy? Good? Little bit of a different breathing technique today. So, how do you all feel on Zoom? Some thumbs up on YouTube and Zoom. Brilliant work. We're going to do a bit of yoga moves that you can do seated or standing. So we're going to start with a forward fold. I'll show you standing. Mummy, I just want you to have your hands on opposite elbows. And you're just going to bring yourself forward. So even if you're seated, you're just bringing your chest down towards your knees, letting your head relax here. And then if you can even rock side to side. If you're standing, you're going to feel a lovely stretch along the back of your legs, releasing your back, maybe swinging side to side, coming back down the middle. I want you to slowly, slowly unravel your spine, head and shoulders coming up last. We're then going to move into a seated or standing cat-cow. So we're almost going to put our hands into the middle of our backs here, elbows drawing nice and back. Lift your chin, nice straight body, stomach muscles are sucked in as well. And then we're going to hug a tree. So we're going to wrap our arms interlocking, but creating a lovely C shape in the spine. Can you feel that, Mummy? So we're going to do that again. So it's almost like a cat-cow. So we're bringing the hands into the middle of our backs. If you're seated, just follow Mummy. Standing, you can really expand here. Inhale, breathing through all of our exercises. Exhale, rounding the back, opening out the vertebra, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest. We're going to interlock those fingers, lifting your arms up, Mummy, straight arms. If you're standing, maybe coming onto your tiptoes, even you, Mummy, yep, you can lift those heels. Bit of balance work here, hold your core and relax. Brilliant. Last week we tried a seated warrior position, if you remember, Mummy. So we're going to try seated or standing. So here I'm going to bring one foot facing the side, a long stride. This leg is bent, the front leg. The back leg is nice and straight. So you can try however it works seated. And all I want you to do, because this is our mobility, some of you know warrior already, you're going to lift your arms up. So they're at shoulder height. And you're going to look over that front hand where the leg is bent. We're looking into the distance. We're like really strong warriors. If you're standing, you can lunge into that front leg. Just make sure your knees stay back so it's not crossing that front toe. You're going to feel a lovely opening and your arms are up. Can you feel just the movement here? Holding our arms up is quite hard. You should feel your muscles engaging. Can you feel it? Do you feel like a strong warrior, Mummy? Yes, on top of like a mountain. Yay, breathing in, she's smiling, in and out, and relax. You can straighten the legs for a minute, and we're going to then place the back hand on this back leg. So maybe, Mummy, you can just stay in that same position, roughly, and we're going to lift the front arm up this time. So it's like a reverse warrior. I'm going to look up at that front arm, and I should feel a lovely stretch down the front side of the body. Again, really lovely, strong, positive postures to start the workout and relax. Lovely. Shall we change sides? So if you're particular, the front foot, which is going outwards, that heel of the front foot is roughly in this little arch of my back foot that's turning the other way, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to move back a little bit to make sure everyone can see my feet. So don't worry, whatever position you're in, we're going to try and bend into the front knee if you're standing. Again, we're lovely, big, strong warriors, holding our arms really nice and straight. Here, think about that mind to muscle connection. We want to build strength in our muscles. That is the key for strength, for longevity. And we're holding, we're breathing. I'm sinking into this side so I can really feel a lovely opening. My back leg has got a nice stretch. Head's nice and straight, stomach muscles in. Breathing still. Can you feel this, mummy? Strong warrior. And then we're going to straighten the front leg if you're standing. And we're going to reverse warrior, lifting that arm up, giving that lovely stretch all the way up. Brilliant work. We're going to add in some balance work if you're able. If you're not able to stand, mummy's going to show you all the seated options. So mummy, we're actually going to do a tree pose. So you could, either if you're seated and you're not able to stand for whatever reason, you could start with your single leg extensions. These are brilliant to help tighten the quad muscles, to strengthen our knees. Add in some holds, mummy. So even if you want to hold for a little bit longer, if you're strong enough, really tighten and think about these muscles here working. If you're able to balance, I want you to make sure you've got support, a wall, something sturdy. I can see Vinu uncle, he's on our Zoom community already doing his tree pose. Now normally balance work, I just ask you to hold, to lift a foot. That could be enough with a bit of support or maybe without. You've got to build up your balance snacks. Tree pose is where you put the foot on your leg. So mummy, you can keep doing your extensions. They're looking good. Either high or even low. You're going to hold your stomach muscles in. Mummy, you can place your hands here in prayer position as well. And you could even lengthen your arms as a challenge if you're able to balance, yeah? So you're breathing. We're just going to hold for about 10 seconds. Do it for 2 seconds, 1 second, build up. Slowly practice. This is going to help reduce your risks of falls as you age. It's really important balance work. And relax. Do you feel that? So it's quite nice with your hands and arms, even if you're seated and she's doing single leg extensions. Try the other side. Don't worry, this is quite an advanced move, yeah? Follow on my YouTube on the previous workouts because those will show you all the ways we've been building in balanced snacks, different versions. If you're doing a full tree pose, stomach muscles in, really try and center that core. That's going to keep you stable. Hold, your leg is taking all your weight, so it's going to help correct muscular imbalances. Brilliant for any runners that may be in our community today. And release. So we've done our balance snack. You're going to start marching. This could be your break, seated or standing, with or without your feet, even coming into a bit of a jog if you want. Adding some baked bean tins would be brilliant. If you wanted to add a little challenge, some of my more advanced members that have been doing these workouts, I can see you are adding in a little lightweight. We're going for 10 more seconds, just getting a little bit of a cardio snack, just to raise the heart rate, to keep our lungs, our hearts, our respiratory systems nice and strong. 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully feeling a bit warmer. That was a different warm-up. Did you like that? Yeah. Little bit of yoga I thought we'd add in. Grab a resistance band if you have one. Don't worry if you don't. You can use a belt, any old belt, but something with a bit of stretch like this would be fabulous. This adds in a little bit of resistance to start building our muscle mass, to get our muscles strong. So we're going to just do our shoulder floss to start today. Stomach muscles in, seated or standing. You're going to hold your band. You're going to try and lift it up and over. Do not worry if you need to bend your arms at the elbows. Don't worry if you need to just go a little bit over. Over time, I hopefully will show you the perfect symmetrical up and over with straight arms, where eventually, if you're new to this, we want to build this full rotation in the ball and socket joint of your shoulders. This is the famous Lavina Feel Good shoulder floss that I would love you to do, all ages, every single day. If it's easy, you can add more resistance by holding the band tighter. So you move your hands closer and really feel the resistance. If it's difficult, you just loosen up, and you just, over time, I promise you, if you did this every day, maybe this is the homework this week, Mummy. Did you do your homework last week? You did. What did you commit to? You did squats, was it? Leg extensions, brilliant. So maybe the snack that you're going to take away from today's session is to practice this shoulder floss. Like you floss your teeth. I know it's starting to burn. I'm making you do a few more today. Just see how it feels. Stop if you need to. But just like you floss your teeth, could you do this every day and see how your spine feels? Because I feel everyone is sitting for long periods because of technology or our sedentary lifestyles, and our backs are rounded. If we start feeling hunched over, this is going to help open it all out. Do you feel okay? Nice and warm? Relax there. We are going to march out in the break. This is your rest period, or like I said, you can add in a bit of marching, jogging, whatever you want to do here, while I talk you through 3 exercises today we're going to be doing for upper body. We're going to start with our press-ups. So Mummy's going to do the seated version. Keep marching. If you know what you're doing, you can always start. I'm going to show everyone the basic version seated, and it does work. We're trying to build this muscle mass strength in our upper body. You are going to push down, hands against your thighs, chest comes between your legs, bending at the elbows. You breathe out, you push away. This push, can you feel that push? You should be building, feeling in these muscles, they're tightening and contracting. So seated press-ups for those that need to stay seated. Otherwise, we do everything against the wall. We always start with wall press-ups. I will use this lovely windowsill here in Mummy's bedroom. So I've got a straight line from my head down to my heels, and I'm going to bring my chest coming towards the wall and then push away. If you're on the wall, your hands are at shoulder height. Try and keep a lovely straight line from the back of your head all the way down to your heels. See how you go. Do about 10. To make it harder, you can move your feet further away. To make it easier, you move them closer. So I'm going to watch a few of you on Zoom. Beautiful work, everyone. Whoever's able to do their press-ups. Mummy, can you feel that? Just keep your head nice and straight. So rather than rounding, come up to standing, to seated up. Just keep your head back. So reset. That's it. Now keep your head back. Imagine an apple between your chin and chest. So your neck isn't rounding. Have you nearly done 10? You inhale as you go down, exhale as you push away. I'm showing you against the windowsill because actually a windowsill or a kitchen counter is the second level after the wall for progression. You can literally start progressing, and I have shown against the bed. That is even harder. A bed or a sofa, it's a lower surface. But we're not doing floor press-ups in this workout. Circle out the wrists. When you're ready, take a seat or just march out. So I know you're ready. I'll give everyone a bit of time. Get your 8 to 10 reps done if you can, but don't worry if you can't do them all. The next move is a curl, a bicep curl to a shoulder press. So you've already worked the arm muscles, showing you without any weights, Elbows are squeezed in. I'm going to have my palms away. We're going to curl hands towards your shoulders. Then you're going to twist the hands away as you come up into that shoulder press. And then you'll bring the palms back towards you and release down into that bicep curl. If that's too difficult, just do the shoulder press, yeah? So if you can, you're going to add in some weights here. I have got Dettol bottles. I've got a few like dumbbells. Mummy, do you want to use the tin cans? And we're going to go for 10 if we can. If you've started, rest early. We're going to curl up. Then we're going to twist the palms away. Big shoulder press up. Hands come back towards my shoulders. Elbows squeezed into the body. I'm releasing nice and slow. Let's go again. Curling up and twist. Good. Back towards me and release. Do what you can. This is firing up the brain cells. Exercise and physical activity is one of the best ways to reduce our risks of things like dementia and Alzheimer's. So this is quite a complicated move, right, Mummy? But can you feel it? So the shoulder press is an important move as we age to help us put things on shelves ourselves. The bicep curl, the front arm muscles that we're working, help with all of our carrying, our pushing, our pulling movements in our daily lives. That's why strength training is so important as we age, and because we lose muscle mass. So it's called sarcopenia. From the age of 30, you actually start losing your muscle mass and your bone density. Have you been keeping count, Mummy, for me? No. 6? Good. Let's do 4 more. If you need to rest, you rest. Can you feel it? As you get good and used to strength training, each exercise, perfecting all the perfect form, you could think about maybe adding in heavier weights. Yep, so that could be moving from tin cans to maybe some laundry bottles with handles, maybe filling them up with something heavier, or it could be increasing your dumbbells if you've got access to dumbbells. But all my workouts are literally to break the barriers of cost, time, and motivation. I want you to just use what you've got around you. 10, brilliant. So you're going to hold one weight now. So you could just use a water bottle or a tin can, and we're going to work our triceps, these muscles here, our bingo wins. So all we're going to do is hold the weight carefully. You're going to bring it up and over behind your head, and I want you to bring your elbows in towards your ears. So bring them in. A lot of yours are out. Brilliant. Now I want you to try and lift that weight above your head without swinging your body. Just the movement down. Breathe out as you come up. Elbows are staying in and together. So if you could keep your elbows as close to your ears and your forehead, extending and down. If it's difficult, try it without a weight. Yep. That's the best way to learn the exercise. Down, squeezing up. How does this feel? Can you feel these, Mummy, here?
Yeah, yes.
Good. Shall we go for 4 more? And down, and breathe out. 3. I'm squeezing my stomach muscles. I'm keeping everything nice and still. I'll show you from the back. The weight comes up and down. Try and keep your elbows back, Mummy, a little bit further back. Yeah, that's it. So sometimes they come forward. We want to try and lengthen the body, sitting nice and straight. Good. Squeeze up and release. So 3 exercises. You can rest, you can march it out. Think about the weight that you used. Was it hard enough? Give me a thumbs up if you felt those exercises. YouTube and Zoom, drop a comment. Let me know. Did you feel them? Just say yes or no. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next session. The same 3 exercises, but we're going to do them a little bit quicker because we know them now. Your arms might be feeling it, so maybe less repetitions. We're going to start with our press-ups. So shall we go again? Seated press-ups. Let's aim for 8 to 10. I'm going to use this inclined surface, but please use your wall as well. Straight line from the top of your head down, stomach muscles in. We're bending at the elbows. Inhale, exhale, squeeze back. Good. Now think about all the muscles in your upper body. So really working them, getting them lovely and strong. For women, these are probably the hardest muscles to build strength on. And I could never do a press up about 10 years ago. But over time and practice, keep going. I'm just having a little look. I'm going to open that window up. Good. Keep going, everyone. Try and get to your 10. How are you doing? Beautiful form, Mummy. Good. Done? Did you feel it? Keep going. Lovely. And up. Good. Your neck position is so much better there. Stomach muscles in. And then when you've done your 10, just circle out your wrists. We'll have a little bit of a breather. We've got a very noisy gardener outside at this time on Fridays, so maybe we'll have to keep that shut. Let's go into your bicep curl and your shoulder press when you're ready. I'm just getting 3 big exercises in for strength today. So we're curling up, we twist away, push up, overhead, come back towards your shoulders, and then release it down. That release down, keep going. You should feel it here in your biceps. Can you all feel that? And I want you to go nice and slow, because even if you're just staying on the same weight, you can change the tempo. So you can make things harder by going nice and slow, keeping the muscles under tension for longer, if that makes sense. Good. Coming down. It's all about progressive overload. It's a technical term to do with strength training, but you want to try and push yourself a little bit more. Every maybe couple of sessions, I want you to replay, come back to this and maybe increase your weights or add another repetition or go slower or have a little bit less rest in between the sets. Those are all amazing ways you can apply progression. Mummy, are you counting? Good. Count out loud for me. Brilliant. She's my counter, thank God. Mathematician. And 10. Are we there?
10.
Good. And release. Carefully put one of your weights down. Just gently. You can use a different, maybe heavier weight if you didn't feel it last time. For these tricep extensions, stomach muscles in, body nice and straight, back straight. If you're finding it difficult on the chair, you can maybe come a little bit forward, but hopefully you can feel it. So I just want to show you from the side that sometimes our elbows are here. Eventually we want to try and bring them back, but we also want to keep them in. It's quite a difficult position, which is why we do that stretch, which is similar, which we will do at the end. So exhaling, inhaling. It's almost like everything is still. It's just the forearms coming up and down. Can you feel that, Mummy? Keep your chin up so you're looking forwards, so your head doesn't drop. Good. And think about these muscles here. Really focus on them. There's so much science behind strength training. The more we really get that mind to muscle connection, there's studies and research papers that I'm looking at the moment. It's pretty incredible. 10. Yay, 10. She's got it. Well done, everyone. Hopefully your upper body should feel nice and strong. We're going to go straight into some star jumps. I will show you a seated version. Mummy, you can do with or without the legs. You can just do your arms even. All ages, all abilities. Single leg, we're not jumping. We're doing low impact. Or you could do double leg, in and out, And you could do it standing. So I'm going to do it standing. The most important thing here is to give yourselves a huge clap because you are my stars. Can I hear your claps? Virtually, wherever you are in the world, give yourselves a big clap. I can hear you. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant work. How do you feel? Are you good? Yeah. A little bit out of breath? Is everyone a little bit warmer? We're going to go into our lower body 3 exercises now. So we're going to start with our sit and stands, or we could call them squats. Mummy, again, you're going to do your simple leg extensions. One of the ways you could progress is when you're ready is to add in or maybe buy those ankle weights that you can do with leg extensions. These are the perfect ones to do at the sofa, under your desk if you're working from home. Tell your children it's keeping your leg muscles strong. Alternatively, if you're able to stand, so we're going to go into a sit and stand. I'm just recapping. So we're aiming for about 10. Feel free to start if you know what you're doing. Your knees are wide. They always go out in line, the same direction as your toes. Second level is to maybe use your chair. Just come up a few inches and down. That's still going to activate the legs. Final way is to actually come all the way up. If you're able to stand yourself, breathing out, you're coming slowly down. Check that you can see your toes as you come up and down. Body's nice and strong. Mummy, you good with the leg extensions? You can add in some holds to make them harder if you want. We're doing sit and stand, so we're coming down and up. I can see my mum on Zoom. Mum, are you joining? She's messaging or something. Come on, these are the important ones. I want my mum to get her sit and stands in. Good. 4, breathing out and down. These are the ones to do every time you're watching TV. I will ask at the end, how many of you watch your programs from 8 to 10 o'clock every evening? I know Mummy doesn't watch TV, but I'm sure a lot of you watch them. Have a little break and relax. How many of you actually do watch TV every evening? Don't be shy, it's very common. My mum's putting her hands up. I think, yeah, Jumbo Auntie, Taruna Auntie. So, if we could, Rash Auntie, brilliant. Neelam Auntie, yep, I can see a few of you there. If you could, every half an hour, just add in 10 sit and stands or 10 leg extensions. Wouldn't that be amazing? Exercise snacking to do during your series. Let me know if you do that. You can let me know. Second exercise. So, if you've got a resistance band, because this is nice and stretchy, or a pair of old tights even, we're going to tie it round our thighs. So I've thought of 3 exercises for our lower body. This first round, we are just going to go through them nice and slow. And then second round, obviously, we'll try and do them back to back, like a tricep. So the band is around your thighs. We can adjust it if we need to. And we're going to start by sitting nice and tall, and we're just going to push out and in with each leg. We're just alternating. Mummy, is your both legs fine? Good. If you can't do it, you could also keep both feet flat and just try and squeeze the knees out and together. So whatever works for you. This is quite a tricky exercise, coming out and in. Now, to make it harder, you could, if you were advanced, do it in a sort of standing low squat, but not too low. And you could step out and in. This is a little bit more challenging. Yeah, but I'm going to show you just for a little challenge. Maybe tighten the band so you're really pushing out and in. Good. Mummy, can you feel this? So Mummy's squeezing out and in. That's easier done seated. I'm going to go stepping, and I'm going into a bit of a squat so that I've got these muscles working, and then I'm just teasing them by stepping out and in. We'll go for 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. How does that feel? Did you feel it?
It's like pelvic floor exercise.
Yeah, in fact, you should. Mummy's reminded us, pelvic floor exercises. There is a workout on my channel under the Feel Good playlist titled Pelvic Floor. And yes, it's almost like you could almost engage those while you're doing them. Opening and closing, right? So that's the beauty, is where we can start getting used to pelvic floor exercises during the other exercises that we're doing. So that's a good reminder. Are you doing them? Brilliant. Well done. So Mummy's talked us through the whole pelvic floor physio session. So please check out that workout. Add it on my Instagram as well. We're going to go into hip circles. So we're going to maybe carefully get rid of the band. You could just slide it off if we're going to use it again, or you can just take it off fully. Seated hip circles. Yeah, I have got, I think Varsha, this is a great version to do as well. We'll do that just to ease out, and then we're going to do a bit of balance work if we're able to. So Mummy, you can literally seat and come forwards and back. It's more of a upper body torso circle if you're seated. But if you're able to stand, let's just loosen everything up. This feels so good, doesn't it? A couple in each direction. Lovely little bit of, a bit of dancing here. Bit of a feel-good dance here. 3, 2, and 1. I can see lots of smiles from everyone on Zoom doing those. So if you can, we're going to go into some seated or standing single leg hip circles now. So I've got my hand on support. If you can balance, you can hold your waist, hold your core in, and circle out. Change direction. Try and keep everything still. So you're really working, again, that ball and socket joint in your hip. You're isolating them. They get tight when you're stressed or when you're sitting too long. Relax. The leg. I was just going to take a lovely photo because we've got lots of you on Zoom today. Brilliant. Let's circle out again. Other side. Mummy, have you done both? You could go into those first torso circles if you want. Whatever works for you. I'm changing direction. I'm really holding everything still so that this single leg is taking my body weight. It's getting nice and strong. And relax. Added some more balance in. So we're going to go from the top now. Our 3 exercises of our legs. So we're going to go from your leg extensions or maybe squats. This time you'll sit and stand. Feel free to add some weights in. So you could add a rucksack. You could add maybe some tin cans, maybe some heavier weights if you've been doing them for longer with us. So if Mummy, you could also add in your shoulder press, but really we're focusing on lower body. So whatever works for you. I'm going to come down. You're going to lift one leg up, and I may add in the shoulder press, or you could just keep your weights in front of your chest. Touch down, stand back up. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs. Are you going to keep counting, Mummy? Do you want to add in your leg extension? So you're doing one leg, and you want to think about the coordination. Brilliant work, everyone. Keep going. Do whatever your body allows you today. 6. We're getting our legs nice and strong. 7, yep. We're counting our squats. So maybe hold a bit extra for me, Mummy.
10.
Good, and release. Beautiful squats on Zoom. And leg extensions, well done. Straight in. We're going to try and tie this band around your thighs again. So carefully, if you've got a band. If you haven't got a band, just stepping in and out. I'm going to keep it nice and tight here. Come up to standing. And I'm going to try and drop into a little bit of a low squat. And I'm going to push out and in. Just adjust your band so you're kind of feeling the movement against the band, that resistance. So mummy, you can do both knees out and in, squeezing your thighs, even engaging your pelvic floor at the same time. We're just going for about 10 seconds here. If I was seated, I could also step out and in. Yep, another great exercise to do when you're watching too much TV. I'm giving you lots of ideas now. Your evenings are going to be very different now. You're going to add in some exercise snacking. Good, and relax. We will slip the band off and we'll go straight into those. Either we could do a few of these just to loosen up. So you could do these for the next exercise and maybe change direction. This is lovely. These feel so good. What a lovely release. Anytime you're sitting too long, add this in. This little snack and release. Or we could do our final bit of balance work for this session, although you can keep snacking on these through the day. Holding on, we're going to do single leg hip circles. Here my whole body stays nice and straight, facing the front. Your hands on your waist if you're balancing can really help. They don't have to be big. Straight leg, I'm feeling it in the hip. Change direction. These hips can get really tight. We hear about a lot of hip replacements as we age. So keep those joints nice and mobile and supple. Good. Other side if you can. And then when you're ready, mummy, you can just circle out your torso again. Or she's adding in some leg extensions. This is your workout. You do what feels right for you and relax. Final little blitz of cardio, just to add in a final touch. We're going to bring in our high knees. So first you can just give yourself, put your hands in front of your thigh and give yourself a little high five. So the thigh is touching your hand. If you're standing, again, balance work, engage your core. If you'd like, you can go faster or slower. You could add in some rope pulls. And for a final challenge, you could even use these Dettol bottles, make sure they're not open. We could even add some weight in to our high knees. Let's go for 10 seconds. This is your finisher. You could go fast or slow. Can you count down for me, mummy? Yeah, from 10. 9. Will you keep counting?
8,
Yay.
7,
Everybody count down.
6,
Good.
5,
Brilliant.
4,
Woo, we're nearly there.
2,
And 1. Yay. Amazing work. You're all clapping on Zoom. You deserve that clap. And the best thing is, from everyone I can see, is beautiful smiles. So well done. That is the power of exercise on our mood, I hope. We are going to stretch. This is probably the most important part of the workout. So don't run away. Never skip the stretch. It can help reduce your risk of injury. So we're going to hug one knee in. Mummy, you might not be able to do that, but do it potentially on the knee that you can. So I'm going to try and hug one knee in. Just do what you can. Maybe circle out the ankles. We're taking deep breaths. I'm feeling very warm now. Are you? Whoo, I can feel that. If anyone watches these low impact workouts, you can see me. I'm sweating and I don't often sweat. Release down. So we're just bringing our heart rate down, slowing your breathing. Hug the other knee in, sitting nice and tall. Hug it in. We're just loosening everything off. And release. Good work. So we'll start with our upper body stretches. We have done a bicep curl. So we're going to bring one hand forward, other hand on the palm. So just getting your fingertips on that palm and pushing these fingers back. towards you. Can you feel this lovely release here, yeah? So you could even push on your fingers lower, good, and then pushing back. Does that feel okay? Deep breaths in and out. I'm going to have to open the window. Feeling very warm, are you? Yeah, good work, everyone. And release. Other side. So the other arm is nice and straight. You should feel a lovely stretch. Give me a thumbs up or a nod afterwards if you can feel this one. Good, and release. We also did our shoulders, so we're going to bring the straight arm across the body using the other hand. So maybe above or below the elbow, relax that shoulder away from your ear, and standing tall or sitting tall, you're just looking over that side. Do you feel it all the way around here? Yes, good work. Holding, and release. So you've got to try and hold for about 15 to 30 seconds ideally. So if you want to do more stretching, go onto my YouTube channel, find any of the hundreds of workouts there. The last 5 or 10 minutes will be the stretch. You can always just do a quick stretch snack. You don't even have to have time for the whole workout. And release. Let me know if you do. Similarly, we work those triceps. So this is the position that ideally we will all get to, not from here, but over time, using the other hand to bring that elbow back and up. Does that make sense? So you can use your other hand, mummy, and just bring that elbow. You should feel a lovely stretch, especially when we're sitting for long, when we get tight. This is quite a hard stretch for everyone to do, but those of you on Zoom that are my regulars, wow, look at those stretches. Brilliant work, everyone. I can see real improvements there. Yeah, let's do the other side. I'm going to take a little picture. I know, Tarun Auntie, your one shoulder is better than the other, so do what you can. But wow, good. And that's lovely work, everyone. Champu Auntie, Ambuja Auntie, Purnima Auntie. I can see lots and lots and lots of you. Just give that a stretch. So this is the one you might need to do tomorrow or the day after if you feel that area has been worked. And now final stretches for our legs. We're going to bring one leg out to the front, nice and straight, toes towards you. Keep it nice and straight. Lengthen the arms up. Inhale, exhale, falling forward, maybe touching your toes, maybe just touching your shins or relaxing your hands on your thighs. I want you to bring your upper body towards the leg as much as it goes. Breathe in here. Deep breaths, relax your shoulders, your head and neck. Feel a lovely stretch from the top of your thigh all the way down. Inhale, exhale, roll it up when you're ready. Did you all feel that? That's such a lovely stretch. Other side. So leg is going to stay straight. Toes are coming towards us to really deepen that stretch. Inhale, exhale, calming down, holding on wherever feels good. Deep breaths. Whoo. Feels so lovely. I know stretching can be hard. Try and breathe into any tension that you may have. I promise it will get easier with consistency and patience. And relax up. We have got our final, I haven't forgotten the feel good hug, where you know I love giving these. You're not alone, you're with us on YouTube, on Zoom, whatever platform, wherever in the world. We're going to open out. You're going to give yourselves a big hug. Breathing in, lots of positivity. Exhale, I want you to wrap your arms around your body, rounding your back. Give yourself first a lovely little bit of love. You deserve this hug. You've done amazing. Whatever you managed to do today, I'm going to give Mummy a hug if you've got a loved one near you. Otherwise, this is a hug from us to all of you. Big feel-good hugs. Well done, Mummy.
Well done, Lavina.
Super work. You're so good. Brilliant work. Blessed to have her here to help inspire you all. We did 3,000 people feel good hugs. I did for Diabetes UK last weekend. You can see the clips on my Instagram and social media and YouTube shorts. And a lot of people commented on how they love the workouts with you, with me, yeah?
And when did you do 10 miles walk?
10 miles for
Was it a
Diabetes
walk?
UK. It was a walk.
3,000 people.
3,000 people across all the bridges in London as an ambassador for them. I did all the warm-ups and then I managed to do the walk as well.
Where was it?
A London bridge, so from Battersea all the way to Tower Bridge. But 10 bridges, all the 10...
Battersea to?
Tower Bridge, so all the 10 bridges of London. Please join me on the next one. So we'll take a nice final feel-good finish, a nice big positive inhale. Lift the arms up, inhaling, exhaling, any negativity, tension, anxiety, all away. Could you do one in Gujarati for us, Mummy?
અંદર શ્વાસ લ્યો, બધા સુખ વિચારો અંદર લઈ જાઓ. બારે શ્વાસ કાઢો, બધા અશુભ વિચારો બારે કાઢો.
Thank you so much. One final big feel-good finish. This time your hands meet at the top. Capture that positivity. Bring it down to your heart center. Do take a moment of gratitude. It's a privilege to be able to move, to do these workouts with you. Thank you for joining. Please share them with your loved ones, your friends and family. I'm trying to help as many people as I can. Please go back to YouTube. Always drop me a like or a comment so I know you've done the workouts. It means the world to me. Have a wonderful rest of your days. Keep exercise snacking and we will see you next Feel Good workout. How are you feeling, Mummy?
Fine, thank you so much.
Yay! I will come and talk to everyone on Zoom and just say goodbye to everyone on YouTube. Brilliant work today, everyone.